for local authority participation. Get rid of these. Okay, so we're looking at this. I go to view, freeze, one row, and these are the percentages of people doing sport. Percentage of people participating in a sporting activity 3 or more times a week. Find the 3 areas with the fewest people doing sport in each of the 3 years. Okay, so we just want to sort from A to Z, I think, for numbers. There we go. So last year it was these 3, or rather these 3 areas. Then we're going to sort for 2021-22, and we see it's these 3. Big change. And then the 2019 year, we see it's these 3. Okay, what's the median percentage in each of the 3 years? Okay, so probably just easiest to go equals median. Tell it what to look in. So B2 to B23, and the median is 32. So that's come from probably 31 and 33 being the points in the middle, and then dividing it, adding them up. So we can, and then 32 and 38.5. That's interesting. It's a big increase in the 3rd year. But that's how you do that. And the reason that we have 38.5 when all of these are actual numbers is because I'm going to take them out now. If you sort from small to big, the median will be the one in the middle, except because we have an even number. We have 22 because they're local authorities. The one in the middle is going to be, we're going to take 2, I think, isn't it? These 2? Or is it these 2? Anyway, you take the 2 that are sitting in the middle and then divide by 2. You get the average of that. Okay, what was the sample size used in the survey that collected this data? What was the geographic spread of the sample? There we just need to go to the source that's been given, which is here on Stats Wales, and there should be a section here on all about the details of where this information comes from, the survey. So every year they get a bunch of people, they visit people, so you can read through that and find it. I think it covers all of Wales, and if you do Control F for sport, not transport, there we go. So this question, because it's part of a much bigger survey, percentage of people participating in sport. For this indicator, people were shown a series of indoor and outdoor activities and asked whether they had participated in any of them. If they did, they were asked how many times they'd participated in the activity over the previous 4 weeks. Okay, build a map to show the figures for the most recent year. Include an explanation of the survey question. Okay, we basically need to explain what the survey is and what people were asked. But how do we build a map for this? Well, we've got local authorities. Map for the most recent year. So I'm going to delete those 2, and then I'm going to take this. I'm going to drop this into a new map. What kind of map? It's a choropleth map, because we're going to be dealing with areas. It'll be United Kingdom local authorities. So I'm going to write local. There we go. I think this should work. Local authority districts. And we can proceed. What will happen if we just paste them in like this? That looks okay. Proceed. And then again, the crucial bit we need here is crop to data. Under appearance, we get crop to data. And so we'll crop the map and only show, and we can then hide regions without data and get rid of the rest of England. And that is our map. And so now we need to fix the tooltips. So we need to go to annotate, then we need to go to tooltips, customize tooltips. And so we've only got 2 columns. So here I'm going to put area. So the thing says POUS. And then here I'm going to have the figure, percent of people said they had done played some sport 3 or more times. Okay, and then we need to finish with all the furniture and the source and so on. So there's our map. And then finally, let's look at question G. We have this data on lobbying, which looks like this. Which organisations met the Secretary of State for Wales more than once in 2023? Okay, so this is pretty huge. We need to we want the organisations, and we want how many times they met the Secretary of State. So we could just filter. We could go to data, create a filter. We could go 2023 only, and then we could say department. We could find the Office of the Secretary of State for Wales. But then we'd still be left with a long list, and we'd need to know how many times they appeared, the organizations appeared. So we need a pivot table. Insert pivot table. We're interested in the organizations. So there they are. It'll be a huge list. Maybe it's too huge. Okay, don't know why that's happening. Maybe we'll come back to that. Let's do the filter. So for example, we know that we don't want all the years. We just want 2023. So we'll clear and find 2023. We also know that we don't need all the departments. We're just interested in the Secretary of State for Wales. So we can clear that and we can search for Wales. There we go, and click. Okay, so if we put organization into rows, there we are. Those are all the organizations that met. Now there's a lot of them, just over 200. So now what we want to do is count them. So because we're just going to count essentially how many rows appear for 2023 for the Secretary of State for Wales, it doesn't really matter what we put in as the value. So let's just put in purpose. The only thing you can do is count them, and so now we get a count. Then again, we sort by count and we make it descending. And so, which organizations met more than once? It is these ones. There you go. Hay Festival, Concrete Canvas, and so on. Over the entire period, where does Cardiff University rank in the number of meetings with the Secretary of State? Okay, so all we need to do then is just remove the year filter. So we get all the years. Needs to adjust. It's still in order. And then Cardiff University is 12th. Sorry. Cardiff University is not 12th. It's 11th. It's in row 12. Build a bar or a column chart to show the top 20 groups for meeting the Secretary of State over the entire period. So that will be, that's 20. So we can copy that. Make a chart. Paste our data. Okay. What's happened here? It seems to be refusing to make a column chart, which suggests, oh, there we go. So there they are. So that is the total number of meetings for this period, which I think is 2011 or something like that, up to 2023 with the Secretary of State for Wales. And obviously it needs to be tidied up. But that is everything.